I will now play the piano for the next 2 to 3 minutes, and hopefully it'll be musically coherent.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. Thank you for that. That was beautiful.
Oh, no problem.
What do you call that?
I call that mostly black keys with 2 white keys thrown in every now and then.
I like the name of that too.
Yes.
That's good. All right. That's a good. That's
Yeah.
a great name for that
Since
too.
the black keys are like higher and kind of separate, then it's easier to miss them when you throw your hands down. So
Yeah.
that's what makes that fake piano playing work. Just as a, if you want to try that at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a. You used to have a band, or do you still have? Do you still active in Kilowatt Zero?
We are on extended hiatus. Yeah, I mean, we're sort of, we were going pretty, playing pretty regularly for a while. We started in, gosh, well, I met Bruce. He was only 18 when I met him. I was 27, I think.
Okay.
And we jammed for a bit, just through another guy in a band said, hey, you should check out this drummer. He's really good, you know. And we played for a bit. And then he went off to, he studied music in Los Angeles at the LA Music Academy. And so he was gone for a while. And then I think it was around, oh man, I'm trying to think, 2005 when we started getting a little more serious with stuff.
Yeah.
And so we played pretty regularly for about 10 years, 10 or 11 years. And our last big show was in Detroit at a place called Harpo's.
Okay.
Which, are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's quite a venue. It's like stuck in 1981. Like you walk in and it really hasn't changed. It's one of those venues where if they ever do turn all the lights on, it would scare you to death. It's like it's better if it's dark so you don't see your surroundings.
Yeah.
But it was neat. It was a fun experience. We were with a bunch of other bands, but we were opening for Gwar. So that was cool. I didn't stay for Gwar because
it's interesting because I actually just got to meet them at Riot Fest back in September. They're pretty cool guys. They're pretty random. You know, the interview kind of went sideways fast, but yeah, they're interesting dudes.
Nice. Yeah, but we were a little bit afraid, so we just kind of left after our set. But that since then, like, I took a 4-year break from guitar. Like it wasn't fun for me to play.
Yeah,
for some reason. I think it was just too much. But here lately, I've been picking it up again, and this summer we might get back to it and try to write some stuff. So.
Cool, sounds good because it's really interesting because I work over at Howard's and you see the stickers up on the wall, and then you hear people like I don't think I've ever got to like I've seen videos and whatnot, but I've never seen you guys live. And you know everybody talks, man. I wish Killbot Zero would be allowed to play again. And,
that's good to
there's
hear.
a lot of local people here in the community. Folks really get down to your stuff. So
good, yeah, that's good. That's always nice to hear. Yeah, we didn't play like our shows were sort of a couple times a year, just because a lot of work goes into those kinds of. There's like a video element, with it. Yeah. So a lot of work would go into sort of producing those shows and getting them to where we were comfortable with them. And Bruce and I are kind of perfectionists when it comes to that thing. Like if we hit a wrong note during the performance, we're like beating ourselves up about it for weeks, Yeah. And we'll rehearse like every night for 2 weeks ahead. We'll start rehearsing every night and try to get it just right for that one show,
Man,
so it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah. You care about something that much. You want to put, all your effort into it and put, a great product out there and want people to love it, enjoy it. So,
yeah. So I think we're ready to try, some stuff again this summer. I'll have some free time. So I've been writing a little bit here and there. And I don't know if we're going to do video stuff this summer. Because that's sort of a whole nother thing. Because you have to edit the video first, get it down to where you want it, and then sort of score it like a film score kind of deal.
You kind of sync it up with the music.
Yeah, so we'll create we'll do like sort of a complicated click track, and we'll do. I'm kind of telling people how to do this on their own. That's okay. Everybody should try this.
Yeah.
But you can make like a split track. So basically you have your video file on your computer and it has a left and a right audio channel. So we would take the left channel and that's where we'd put all the clicks. So a click track with some parts, some synth parts and stuff just to keep us on track. And that's what we'll hear in our headphones. We'll hear that click track with some synths. And then also there's like song announcements too, included with the click. So it'll say, the name of the song to us, so we know what to play next.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have to have a set list taped to the floor of the stage. But and then the right channel has bass, basically everything Bruce and I don't play. Bass and synthesizers and sound effects and all that stuff is in the right channel. So the left channel just goes to our own headphone mix, which we take care of on stage, and then the right channel goes to the front of house. So the audience just sees the video, hears Bruce and I, but then hears the bass and the synths and all that. They don't hear the click as long as we've hooked it up right. One time we hooked it up wrong and they did hear the click, and we were like, oh, we were beating ourselves up for months after that.
Yeah.
Still angry about that. But it's kind of, I think, a unique thing. There are a couple other bands that do that, I think, that where it's synchronized. A lot of bands do video, behind them, but ours is... we hit a downbeat, something's happening on the screen at that exact moment. So
it's awesome. This one was almost kind of choreographed in a way, and it's really neat.
I think it's nice because Bruce and I are both pretty shy on stage. We're not the kind of people that come out and climb the rafters and yell at the crowd. So having that big screen in the middle is sort of like our lead singer.
Yeah.
We're kind of off to the sides. So that's what people can look at and sort of enjoy while we play.
Different experience, and it sounds really cool. I look forward to it. I would love to see you guys at Howard's again. That would be really, really neat because they got the video screen there and everything.
Yeah, they do. That they've updated quite a bit since we played last time we played. So
yep, they got a really nice soundboard over there, run sound over there, on and off, and
Yeah,
But
nice.
Yeah, also, if you guys get comfortable enough, you guys get to playing more. You and Bruce, we bring you on Live and Loud.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
sure.
We're trying to expand our horizons a little bit. We're both old now.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that.
So we're trying different stuff, and I think there'll always be a heavy metal aspect to it. We're not going to start doing like soft rock or anything.
Yeah.
But we may get a little more eclectic with our sound. So I'm writing a tune now that has sort of a disco feel to it.
Okay.
At least for the couple of minutes that I've written, but it might switch up at some point. So more of a anything goes kind of record. It's kind of like those early Mr. Bungle records. I don't know if you're familiar with Mr. Bungle, but early 90s stuff where it's just very super duper eclectic, crazy, unpredictable.
I'm gonna have to check that out now for sure.
There's
I'm curious.
a couple of them. It's who's the guy from Faith No More, the singer that sings on everything? You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know who you're talking about.
He's like in every band. Like he guests and he sings on everything, and he has a very avant-garde vocal style. Mike Patton. Right?
Yeah.
Mike Patton. So that Mr. Bungle was his project, or one of his projects, and he had put sort of like guest musicians all over it, and I don't know how many CDs they have. I had the first two albums, and they're both just they're both very different, but they're both sort of that anything goes kind of mentality.
Okay, I'll have to get the debut one. I'm kind of curious. I always like to start out like at the beginning when I check out an artist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm partial to their second one, but you should get them both. Check them out.
All right. Just out of curiosity, are there any other things that you're like, any other bands that you're listening to, like even if it's current or new or old, or like I'm always curious what people are drawing inspiration.
That's a good question. So right now I'm listening to I'm a fan of a online radio station called Soma FM.
Okay.
It's out of San Francisco, the Soma district, San Francisco, but it's a website, it's an app, but you go and they have their own sort of selection of radio stations, they call them. It's commercial free, it's listener supported, and then they have these different categories. So for the longest time I was stuck just sort of addicted to lounge. They had like a whole lounge music